but there is like an in between.
Yeah. So yeah, there's in betweens. It's when the flatlands were just crops.
Yeah,
I
pretty much.
don't see him dying or starving, so he should be fine.
Sure, yeah. You want to do it now? You want to roll for it now? Or do you want to wait? Let's wait for Fridges, so at least there's a level of suspense on it.
Yeah, I think I will roll now because that's when he takes his decision. He just like got out of the gates, started running.
Uh-huh.
That's when he makes his choice.
Okay, go for it.
Cause probably, fuck, where do
He
I
is
roll?
also really OP, so.
Yeah, that's why.
Do
So
you have
one,
another
two,
character in mind, or not yet?
no,
Okay.
someone that fights corruption because that's the theme of the campaign.
Yeah.
Probably easier to put in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. He leaves because I don't want him
Sure.
to leave. And
So 1 to 10
11,
leaves, 11 to 20 goes. Are you just
yeah,
gonna roll once, or is it best out of 3?
no, once. I always did once.
Okay. Go for it.
I will roll in the raw
All right,
channel.
here we go. Do we get a new character, or do we still keep Brakmar? Let's go.
Then Brakmar Suku. Ah,
Yeah. Time to roll up a new one.
Oh boy!
yikers! I can do like 100 damage a turn. Fuck. Ah,
Okay.
it's pouring by with fit, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, I
Point
have to
by
work on
start
it
with
now.
a feat, and you can of course start at the same level as everyone else does, 7.
Oh my.
oh
If you
boy!
want, it's
Up to
perfect.
me now, huh?
Oh.
We can even play it off in the story that it's Frigis who's now currently shapeshifted into a bird. You can meet them. You can meet your character and his together as he comes down, or something along those lines.
Now I have to make a character for Tuesday.
Really short notice too.
I mean, I chose to play a gambler.
Hmm.
It's how it goes.
All right. So you can make your character. We'll run through Fridge's storyline really quickly.
Yeah.
And if you want to find some, if during the conversation you find a place to insert yourself in, it's fine.
Just
So
insert dark figure here, and
yeah,
that would be me.
pretty much. If you want, you can play Tucker.
No,
But you gotta use
Why
I'm
not?
already playing the ranger.
American Indian accent. Or
I'm
do you?
already playing the ranger in the other.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, he's a druid ranger, Ranger 5 druid too.
Even worse.
It's true. It was a randomly generated, like you know how you can make random characters on D&D Beyond. Like I just clicked it, poof, came out. I was like, okay,
For
I guess.
randomness, that's pretty good.
Yeah. It all
Honestly.
works because at least wisdom together.
Yeah,
But
they
Yeah.
fit, especially
for
for an
the
NPC. You know,
Traveler
he's not
decided
strong, but he got the usefulness all around.
yeah, yeah.
That's a pretty sick randomly generated character. Wow.
All right.
Fuck.
Okay, so work on your character now.
I got like 4 fits.
You can also pick one magical item that exists by raw,
Mm-hmm.
and you can base a little bit of your storyline around that item. Maybe you found it during your travels, who you are, whatever, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
You know how it
So
goes.
not a fighter, nor not a sorcerer, because then it's too easy with the item you made.
Yeah. It's
Bloody
your
paladin?
if you want to metagame it, because if you metagame your characters to make it so that it's efficient,
I don't like. No, it's not about efficiency. I don't like stepping on other people's toes.
for
That's
rolls.
very bad manner.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So no fighter because just made one. No wizard, we have one. No sorcerer because the items you made would be completely fucking broken.
Hmm.
No bard. There's Ender. She wants the show. Uh, Probably not cleric because clerics don't really step on
I've
each
never
other's
had
toes.
a blood hunter or a gunslinger.
The gunslinger is a fighter.
Yeah, it's true.
So artificer.
Barbarian?
Barbarian's pretty much a fighter.
It's
Cleric maybe. Druid.
artificer. We can rework the invocations a little bit.
Not monk. I don't like monks. Paladin.
You
Not
haven't.
ranger. I'm playing a ranger. Rogue would be fun. I like rogues.
Yeah, we haven't had a rogue yet.
Not
Well, we had my wife, but before she dipped the campaign.
yes. Sorcerer no. Wizard no. Warlock maybe. Blood hunter. So paladin, artificer, cleric, druid, paladin, rogue, warlock, blood hunter.
Blood hunter kind of fits thematically if you're down for
Yes.
tracking stuff.
No? Fuck it. I like my gambler too much. I'm gonna roll. I have all the types in order. There's 8 different ones. I will roll the 8.
All right, go for it.
Not druid. 4. Paladin, artificer, cleric, druid. Fuck. Oh my god. What did I say? Today, bad luck. I used it all yesterday.
Well, don't forget you have quite a bit of liberty when it comes to reskins in my games,
Yeah.
as long as the mechanical aspect of it stays the same. And in the setting that we have, there is a level of technological advancement, so you're not limited to like nature druid ish. You can have like almost a steampunk vibe to it. I don't mind so much. Yeah, you could be a transformer for all I care. Warforged druid, so you could be a transformer.
No, I thought of that. For example,
Autobots, roll out.
a fathomless warlock,
Mm-hmm.
but you're warforged,
Mm-hmm.
and just like in Pirates of Caribs,
Mm-hmm.
you know the cursed guys. There's one which is basically just a bunch of like crabs and sea creatures.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're that.
yeah.
Fuck.
Man,
Do I have to be? Can I reroll? I
I've never
don't
had a
like
druid.
druids. Uh,
Druids are the hardest to skin for me because
yeah, they're
Ah,
so
the,
yeah.
hard.
the wild shape is hard to make unique.
Yeah, and even if you want to reskin but stay mechanically correct, if you want to stay mechanically correct, they still can't get access to metal armor. So that's a whole
Exactly.
fucking range of reskins out the door
Yeah.
instantly. Wow.
Oh boy.
No metal stuff is pretty tough in this world. At least in the area you're in, there's quite a big world we haven't ventured out to yet. You can imagine like this is just a part of one continent that I've prepared, and I have like 4 or 5 others that I haven't mentioned so far.
Yeah.
All right, think about it while I do fridges.
Yeah.
Okay, fridges.
Yeah.
Are you in the VTT?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. I'm just gonna switch real quick to show you a black screen. You have seen your companions completely break off into separate routes, and you fly off into a image of a hawk. Some crossbow bolts fly towards your area. Oh, actually, none, because it's going inside the city, and the guards did not want to harm any civilians. They aim their bolts towards you, but you were able to just move away without much of a resistance, technically. You do see that Tucker got caught, Enderal and Elizabeth disappeared, and Brackmar, from the corner of your hawk like eyes, runs off into a forest without even looking back, just continues running further and further and further away. You're now circling around the top of the village of, or at least the city of New Crest Hill, and it's quite an expansive city. A lot of places you haven't been to yet, even within these walls. But it looks like you are now being hunted by what looks to be the person called the priest, and all the local guards are after you and your compatriots. You are now currently at the West End. Where or what do you do? The time is past midnight, about an hour past.
I really hope that Enderville and Lisbeth get my memo, so I will try to stealthily enter the Golden Goblet.
Okay. So you stay as a hawk to go through that area, or do you transform
Yeah.
back into you? Okay.
Yeah. I'll stay as the hawk flying
How long can you stay polymorphed? An hour, right?
in an hour.
Okay. So it's well within your time, especially since you're flying above the sky. It takes you about 15 to 20 minutes. Let's say 15 for the brevity. That it takes you 15 minutes to fly above the Golden Goblet. But from where your point of view is, you notice that there are guards surrounding the area. You can see some of your employees are outside on the streets, guarded with their halberds down onto their necks. You
Uh,
see Amelia, one of the main workers with the pixie cut hair, crying in the middle of the street trying to reach in. You notice that the windows have been shattered and there are some guards moving on the inside. You have no vision of where Lisbeth and Enderil are.
uh, I will quickly write a secret message. I'll send it to you later,
Okay.
and get it under my bed, and I jump out of the I jump out of the way I came from.
The balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. If you were to enter the Golden Goblet through a broken window, nobody catches you because you're a bird. But for you to leave a letter, you'd have to break your polymorph spell
Yeah, I have to
and then
break it.
cast
Yes,
it again. Do you do that?
yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would okay. So
Oh,
you turn back into your normal elven form. You write a
mm-hmm.
letter. You leave it under the bed. Is that correct?
Leave it under my bed. Correct.
Okay. And then what do you do?
I I will misty step out into the alleyway.
Mhm.
If that is possible.
Definitely is. There are
Oh,
some guards here, so if you want to go by unnoticed, you would have to roll stealth.
now I'm now I am in the alleyway. Correct.
Yes, but you'd have to roll for stealth to see if they spot you moving from balcony to the alleyway. So you can
Hey.
imagine Misty Step looks a little bit like the Harry Potter teleport, where the
Mm-hmm.
so it's not completely inconspicuous, but it's also not very attention grabbing.
Okay.
So let's just see how much attention you bring to yourself.
Okay. So I roll stealth.
Hmm.
Yeah, 15.
That's fine. You just hear you go into an alleyway nearby, and you'd remember that you're on the west end of where the city is, and there's a lot of alleyways here, definitely. One of which you also know is the one where the the syndicate people are staying that leads down
Mm,
to the sewers. I'm not saying you
uh,
have to go there, just you're in the area near that.
uh, where do I send the message? Because I did have something right up, and do I send it into the Goldenvale Discord or?
You can just send it to me on Discord, like privately if you'd like.
Okay, okay. Hold on. Allow me. Okay. I really hope Enderu can understand this. It it's a it's a language I personally developed.
All right.
Mhm. Uh,
Okay.
I use music notations to
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah, just it's basically addition of numbers.
Yeah.
and I want to stealthily walk
Mhm.
to the silver spoon.
Okay. You go towards the Silver Spoon. None of the guards are there. It's directly opposite of where the Golden Goblet is. So for you to
Oh,
go there, you'd what are you doing here?
can I use your secret tunnel?
He looks around and he notices that there are guards outside. He just sort of pulls out a crate nearby and says, go, go quick.
Can I buy 2 weeks of ration, dried
Just
meat or anything?
he doesn't actually have anything prepared much. He closes the door behind you. He locks it. There's a bolt. He grabs what looks to be like bread and some dried meat. He just closes it down and then gives it to you.
Hop in the silver. All right. I forgot that this place is filled with giant bats and tentacle monsters. Oh fuck. But oh, pop my dancing lights and actually no, I take a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I walk in the tunnel a little bit and
Mm-hmm.
take a short rest.
Okay. You go inside the tunnel. You take a short rest. There's nothing eventful going on here at all. You are pretty much after an hour's walk at the entrance of the sewer. So you remember if you go down into the tunnel from the Silver Spoon, it's mostly a soiled area that it looks like it's been dug through into the sewers, and there's a broken part of the wall inside the sewers, and now you're there, where the floor is now concrete.
Uh, okay. I'll camp here for now. So short rest.
Yeah, you take a short rest. Nothing eventful happens.
How do I press short? Oh wait, there it is. Nice. 6, 7 hit points. Nice. All right. I use my arcane recovery feature to refill my hmm refill my 4th level spell.
Okay, you're all level 7 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Fridges. This may be very dumb. Hmm. I think I'll I think I'll actually wait here for camp here for the night actually because
Okay.
I actually want to see if the guards will search through
Hmm.
the sewers as well or
Okay.
not. And
Hmm.
if not so, I think I will continue into the sewers to eventually hopefully find shelter
Okay.
somewhere.
You take the whole night off, and nothing eventful happens here. Doesn't look like the sewers are investigated by the local militia at all. None.
Long rest?
Yeah, go ahead. We're doing things quickly because since it's not a real session anyway.
Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. I wake up, nothing happens. Okay. I will I will open my book and spend an hour and 10 minutes to cast Find Familiar as a ritual.
Okay.
I
You do.
will
How does it look?
summon I will summon a bat.
Mhm.
I will summon a bat to stay ahead of me as I walk behind it.
Okay.
Similar trick to Blackmire and its echo.
Okay. All right. The bat comes up in front of you. You use some of the incense and also some of the, as a ritual, it should be free, but you use some of that to fully come back to life. The bat comes in front of you. It comes into the material plane, and it follows your bidding. You cast it in front of you. You start walking with it, guiding your way, and you are now left with the decision of whether you want to travel left as you enter the sewers, which you did previously. This is where it leads you to the Iron Gate, where you had somebody open it up for you. Or you can travel right, which is a place you haven't been to before, and it looks like it's a long path.
Alright, Blackmire. I will took your advice and toss a coin. How about that? Two for right, one for left.
Go.
Alright. Wait. Let's say even and odd then. I forgot this is not roll 20.
Sure.
Alright, odd, I'll take the left.
Okay. You take the left, you find yourself in the area where the Iron Gate was, and you had this one individual pick the lock for you, according to Maxwell Broadhand. From here, you know, sorry, Maxwell Broadhood. And from here, it looks like there's actually an open gate. The gate is left open for you here.
Walk towards it.
Okay. You go through it. There's a stream of
Mm-hmm.
water. And underneath, if you remember the gate, after the gate, there's this almost like a long 15 to 20-foot bridge. And the water streams underneath it. There's lines of silver in the water still. In fact, it looks like there's more now than before.
Quickly cross it.
You cross the path quickly. Uh, Nothing else catches your attention from previously. However, as you're walking, just from the corner of your eye, you begin to see something move. Like you're crossing the bridge, it leads straight forward into the area with the bronze pipes that lead up to the roof where you fought these creatures that were wearing mixed armor. And onto your left, there's another pathway that follows the water, and it's almost just like a small alcove. Like you know how you walk the street, the rivers of Bangkok. It's just a small amount, and then you can fall in. It's very similar to that,
Ah,
and it looks like it leads northwards from here. And from that direction, you saw a figure, a silhouette, sort of just peered out of you from the walls. And then when you look towards that direction, disappeared.
oh shit. Oh fuck. I walk right into the lair and ah shit. Hmm. Oh yeah, I cast mage armor.
Okay.
I This is the stupidest idea for this. How could how How could you manage to graduate from university in the first place, you dumb fuck?
All right.
I walk, follow the water stream towards the path with the
Humanoid-like
stalker.
figure.
Yeah, with the humanoid like figure. If I spot one, I will run, get the heck back.
Okay. You follow, and you're led up to a small stream leading northwards. Uh, it takes you about maybe 80, 90 feet of distance. So probably just half a minute of walking, you go towards that direction until you make a curve and you notice there's three silhouettes in the darkness just waiting for you as you make a turn on the corner, with their eyes bleeding red, their skin pale and blue. It looks like they're triple jointed in their arms, and their skin sort of sag onto their face.
I get the fuck out of there.
Make an athletics check to see if you can run away from them. You don't have
Why must
blades
it
long up,
be?
do you? You don't have haste either.
Yeah,
Just make an athletics check.
but I do have a walking speed of 40 feet.
Yeah.
Mobile.
I do have mobile though.
Yeah, go. No, just go for it. Make an athletics check. It adjusts your DC, knowing these are things I have to consider.
And
Oh my gosh! I rolled a natural 20.
oh my fuck!
Roll for initiative. You're on your own.
Oh fuck!
We're
Yeah,
doing theater of
if half the
mind.
parties are half the party are gone, we can our future characters can know each other.
Oh fuck! I don't want to quit playing Blade Singer just yet. Ah shit.
Hey, I didn't want either.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ. And then for the other
This
two,
is like the
Lisbeth's
this is like the
armor. Yeah.
this is like the number one thing that you should never do in the horror movies. When spot a monster, go face it.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
are
like
not wrong, my
like
You're the
friend.
an
pretty girl
idiot.
alone running away.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
All right. Roll your initiative. Is it
And
10? Oh boy.
oh boy.
I'm telling you, it's always a sandbox with me. I don't railroad at all. This was prepped, this encounter, from the first time I made this map like 3 months ago.
Fuck. Alright.
Oh, that was really loud.
Alright.
Okay. You have these three creatures in front of you. You turn and you run back, but as you're running, you make about a 15-foot distance between them. Suddenly, this creature starts screaming out loud in a low guttural sound, going, and it just starts running towards you. You have barely any direction to move aside from north where they are and south where you came from. And one creature catches up to you right away, moves onto your back, tries to scratch you, and you only have mage armor so far. Let's see
Yeah.
if anything happens.
AC
Uh,
16.
it attacks you once. It slashes its claws outwards. It misses, thankfully. The next one seems to be bigger than the others. The other two are smaller and skinny. It looks
While he crashed, I just thought, aren't those like ghouls that can paralyze you if you fail a con save and you have +1 to con saves?
I'm fucked.
as maps that are so large it looks like you can crack eggs on it. One
Yeah,
thing you do notice
you
is
just
that
came
as it
back.
comes closer,
You had crashed.
oh, dog,
You,
what did you
you,
last hear?
You froze for a sec. You said
What
there's a
was the
big
last thing
one,
you
and
heard?
then you froze.
Oh yeah, the big one just has big muscles on its shoulder. The traps, it looks like it could crack an egg by itself, and
Mhm.
it's I gone again. None Nicola. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me? 1 second, let me
My
fix
hands
my
are so
internet.
cold right now.
I think you're fine, and I'm the one with the bad internet.
Yeah, you keep
Alright.
freezing for half seconds. Something like
Okay, hold up. Okay,
Yeah.
what about now? Am I good?
Yes. When you put your thumbs up, you froze for a sec.
This internet is trolling me. 1 second, let me switch. What about now? Better?
Seems
Not
good.
yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. Anyway, this big guy, triple jointed, looks like he's fed more muscles basically. He comes closer to you, tries to claw you. But as you're running away and you face him, you try to defend yourself with your sword or your hands or whatever it is that you're doing. You're distracted by the amount of odor this creature is emitting from you. It looks like it has mold emanating from its skin. Roll a constitution save.
I don't like this.
I knew it.
This
Now I don't feel
this
so
was not
bad
meant for
going with the Order of the Mutant, which are the smart ones, because the wizard is dead. So it's fine.
18.
Okay. 18, you're able to resolve yourself. It just catches you off guard. It smells like body odor and mold and sweat and dirty socks all mixed together, but you're able to steal your resolve and focus on what's really important. It tries to attack you with its claws. It is my mic bricked again?
Just a bit.
No?
Okay. Let me turn it off real quick. Better? No. Still the same?
Yeah, better.
Better?
Okay.
But
Man, I really gotta get better headset. Okay, anyway. He attacks you, and it is a come on, D&D Beyond. I pay so much. Oh, it hits for a
Shield.
total of what's your AC with shield?
21.
Hits with a total
Fuck!
of 15 points of slashing and make a
15?
constitution save.
15?
15 slashing, yes, and make a con save.
Mm. 16. Come on.
You
Come
are
on.
resisting the amount of this vile, venomous poison it has on its hands. And you feel your arms sort of like freeze up for a little bit, but then you just move it around and revitalize the hand. You're
Mhm.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What do you do? It's your turn now.
Ah. Haze! And I use my haste action to disengage, and
Hmm.
and 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 I pop my blade song so that I increase my movement speed. And then I'm going to get the fuck out of there with my 100 feet movement speed.
All right. Completely runs away then. Okay. Do you end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. You make your way past. You're now back onto the bridge. The creature obviously tries to dash behind you. He makes a total of 80 feet in movement and arrives just a little bit short in front of you.
Why the
The other
fuck are you
two,
so fast?
the other two, they also dash. They cannot reach you otherwise. They're now on the bridge with you and just end up right in front of your feet. It's your turn. What do you do?
Uh, I cast Ray of Frost at the big one.
Hmm.
Fuck. It missed. It's alright then. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's fine. His
You
action
remember that when
dash.
you cast frost onto it initially, it just absorbed that cold. It looks like he caught the ray of frost, pulled it back, and now his arm is frosted, and it looks like he's enjoying it.
Oh fuck. Oh, that's the last one you get because I'm getting the fuck out of here. Dash action for my haste action to
Mhm.
get the fuck out of there with 200 feet of movement speed.
Mhm. All right,
You
you're
should
now
already
back
way
into
past
the end.
Brockmore already. Just
You are now back into the beginning of the sewers. You've passed the iron gate, and you now are at the split, whether you travel continuously down the sewers or make a right into the path that leads up
uh,
to the silver spoon.
Before that, can I because I assume I run past the iron bar gate that
Sure.
it's
Yes, the
left
iron gate.
open, right?
Yes.
Can I close it?
Oh, you can with an item interaction, definitely, but you don't have the lock for it. There's a
Yeah, it's
bar
alright.
that you hold it down, but it's not locked.
It's alright.
And then you keep running. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You hear one from behind you as you think you're safe. You're now in the decision. You're in the path to make a decision whether you travel back to the Silver Spoon or deeper down these sewers in a place you've never been to before. And you hear the iron gate behind you, about 60 feet, go slam open as it slams against the wall. And you hear more of these following you, although you don't know how far. The other two also sound like they're following you. There's a total of three people following you currently, but you don't know how far they are away from you because of your vision's obstructed. But you know they're chasing after you for sure. What do you do?
And can I can I roll something to determine how far it is from me?
They are about. You knew that they ran 80 feet previously, so they're about 120 feet behind you.
Hmm. As I'll do this then. Uh, I'll do this then. I will I will charge an energy that will form into a ball of fire and I shoot towards the path that I have never been to before. Kind of like distract them to go that way as I go the direct opposition. I cast Chromatic Orb and as a fire damage.
So explain that again. You cast energy. You cast chromatic orb down the path
Yeah, I cast I cast it down the path that I've never been to in order to distract them, and I ran the opposite direction.
into the silver spoon.
Yeah.
You run 200 feet into the area where the silver spoon is, and you're just underneath the ladder at this point.
Something come by. Is there anything following me? It
You
will.
hear them as you run towards the area where the silver spoon is. They all disappear and follow the light of your chromatic orb. It doesn't look like they're very smart. You are safe.
I drop my haste. I was like thinking.
All
Fuck.
right. What do
Is
you
it
do
what
now? You're
happens when
basically back
I
in square
uh I short rest for now?
one. Okay. You spend another hour. So you've long rested through the night. It is now the morning, and you've probably had a total of an hour traveling through this entire endeavor and also meeting these figures in the darkness. You take another short rest. So the time in the morning would be about 8 a.m. I'm sorry, can you hear my son? He's a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
wild.
yeah. It's all right.
It's about 8 a.m.
Mhm.
this time. You hear footsteps from above. Uh, the guy's house is about 100 feet above. Probably not 100 feet. 100 feet is a lot. Like 30 feet above. And you hear this. And you hear mumbling sounds of. There seems to be some people investigating the area.
At this point, I get the short rest now, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Allow me to short rest real quick.
Okay. All right.
Hold on.
You click short rest, nothing happens. The sound from above disappears. Doesn't look like they go down
Uh,
to investigate or anything along those lines.
Arcane recovery. Uh, doesn't seem like anyone is coming down here, right?
Not that you know of, no.
Not that I know of. I will try to find. I will try to find a place to hide around there and observe
Mhm.
if there will be some group of people coming down here or not.
Uh, explain that again so I can make sure I understand.
I want to find a place around there to hide and observe if there will be any people coming down or not.
You want to observe upstairs in the Silver Spoon?
No, 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 no.
Like
I
a
want to
roof.
hide this.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, I want to hide around.
Because right now you're in a pretty well hid spot. You're basically just underneath the ladder. There's nothing
Mm-hmm.
obstructing here. There's no crates or rocks that you can hide in. But it is completely pitch black.
Oh.
Uh, you can hide in the darkness, but if you imagine if somebody were to come down with the torch, you'd be caught right away.
Hmm. I'll sit by for now.
Okay. You sit for an hour, two, three. Nothing happens.
Okay.
It's now around noon.
I I take a bite out of the bread the tall Goliath guy gave me earlier, and I sup- I at this point I cross my fingers and hoping if Enderville and Lisbeth get my note and
Mhm.
wait for them here.
Okay. You can actually sit your character here now as the end of this session. Like, if you want to end the session now, you can sit your character here because I'll be messaging Enderil and Lisbeth to see what they do or where they're what they're gonna be doing from here on out.
Yeah, I think I'll sit my character here.
Okay. All right. Now we can talk about Brackmar's character.
It's
What do
so
you
I
want to
fucking
do and
can.
where do you want to arrive?
It's so
I
complicated.
can.
They have
A
so many
little bit.
features.
Yeah,
Sh-
it's weird. That's the
I
problem with Mercer. It's not a problem per se, but he's used to Pathfinder, and it's it's very bloated.
it's fine. It's fine. Once you take everything, you have like 3 or 4 things you have to manage. It's not hard.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's
Uh,
very
If
different from other
yeah,
existing classes
yeah.
for
I,
sure.
I, will- I, will-
I
I will
think
go with the.
Bloodhunter has a lot
Hmm?
of choices
Yeah, that's what I'm
for
saying.
the blood maledict thing.
Yeah, if they have blood maledics, and I will go with the Order of the Mutant, which are the ones with the mutagen too.
Oh.
Ah, so
Because
Witcher basically.
yeah, Witcher, because they have a Ghost Slayer, which doesn't fit at all. It's against undead.
Hmm.
Lycan, kind of same thing.
You
Mu-
transform me.
yeah, Mutant, which is alright. It's just a boost with alchemy, so you
Yeah,
can put it there anywhere.
yeah,
And the Order of the Profane Soul, which is the half warlock.
yeah.
But we already have someone which is charisma based,
Hmm.
and that would be very hard to build with point buy because
Yeah.
you need the dex, the con, the int, and the charisma. That's impossible. So I go with mutant because the first two are they don't fit. The last one is the fucking aberration. You need god stats, and mutant I like anyway because it's Geralt.
I actually have a ton of stuff homebrewed in terms of equipment, but you guys have not been able to see any examples of it or
Mhm.
seen it in stores. What do you have in mind for his weapon? Because I think it would be best before you completely double down on the idea. I'd be able to tell you what the weapon does if there are unique versions of it compared to like the standard D&D.
I don't know. I know it would be the mutant
Uh-huh.
because I like the mutagens and creatures anyway.
Uh-huh.
And past that, I don't know. Because with the options, you have a lot of ways to build it. For example, you can because all of the mutagens, you have one that boosts your int,
Yeah.
one that boosts your dex, one you boosts your
Strength, yeah.
strength. So you could make a strength fighter, you could make a dex fighter, you could multi-class with artificer and make someone that attacks with int modifier.
Yes, yes.
That's
The battlesmith.
yeah.
Oh no, yeah, battlesmith. Battlesmith.
They're both the battlesmith and the armor attack with int.
Hmm.
So that's even with the multi-classing, you can choose the two different in artificer. I don't think I will do it. But that would be fun. Then you will have the
Artificer.
technology
Yeah.
and the mutagens.
I like the
And
mutagens. I've never had an opportunity to play them because to me it seems like a flat stat boost, right? And not so much a feature on anything else.
all of them have a disadvantage.
Yeah. Like a
So
+3 to dex, but it comes with like disadvantage on something else.
you have disadvantage on all wisdom saving throws if
Yeah.
you choose the dex. If you get the advantage on charisma, you have a disadvantage on
And
initiative.
how many potions can you make in a day? And how many can you drink?
For the mutagen at level 7,
Uh-huh.
basically whenever you finish a short rest, you
Uh-huh.
make 2,
Uh-huh.
and you can consume 2 as a bonus action. But they last until the next short or long rest. So as you make them, you snort them, and you have the effects.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Can you
kind of
take
like
two can you have two effects on at the same time?
starting level 7. Yes.
Oh, intense. So you could be a drug addict basically, having strength and
Yes.
dex maxed out.
So that's also a good reason. I go from gambling to drugs. And it worked
This
very
is
well
also a drug
yesterday.
trade. So
That
it's not
fits
so far off
perfectly.
while you're here, yeah.
Yeah, I want to destroy them because they promised good shit and it's bad shit. So now they're paying.
Yeah.
Has no effect. Level 7, you get immunity to poison and poison condition. So I'm just
Yeah.
pissed that it does nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, then that makes sense. You tried it and it had no effect of you on you if you have immunity and poison.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
level 7,
gosh.
so no multi-classing. Generally, you probably want a 2-level fighter jeep
Mhm.
because having no fighting style and being in the fight is kind of cringe. But I don't think I will do it because we start level 7 and that's then like the upgrade of the mutagen, so that would be pretty
You can get
lame.
the fighting initiate fighting style. There's a feat from Tasha's
Yeah,
that
I
lets you
know.
pick a fighting style.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. There's two. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. It's fine. Yeah.
uh
Alright, it's fine.
I wonder how Frigis is gonna do. I thought Frigis was gonna die, but good thing you have 200 run.
300.
Yeah.
Because if this was any other character, I think even Brackmar would struggle here. It's a 50-50 for him if it's a 3v1.
I got kind of lucky with the con save as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I think
Fuck.
for Brockmart it would be decided on the first turn when the first one rushes in. If I
Yeah.
hit him and stop him, like my chance of survival like rise up
Increases a
instantly.
lot. Yeah. Yeah.
If I fail, all of a sudden I get surrounded and I fucking die.
You also only have 16 AC on Brackmar, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I have
All right, so I'm
21.
gonna
It
be
still hits
messaging.
me. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be messaging Nelly and Robin to see where they end up in. But I still have 20 minutes or so. If you have any questions regarding your character creation.
I think I would go with the mutant.
Hmm.
That's pretty sure because the other three they don't appeal,
Don't
they don't
appeal.
fit, they're too hard. Fuck it.
I kind of want to do the Ghost Slayer because you can then do more Blood Maledict stuff, but
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah.
It's so it
I think
feels bad.
mutagens are. I think they're cooler than the
Yeah.
maledicts. Anyway.
I'll also be sending you stuff because it just so happens that, of course, I have lore based on the classes here, so I can just share that with you later if you decide.
Mhm. I think I already know how my mutagens will operate. I have on one arm. Basically, I think I can choose 4 different ones and have just 2 pop out whenever I finish a short rest.
Hmm.
So I have like here on the inside of the arm, just have like um, scar tissue. You know when you start to scar, there's you
Uh-huh.
have a like a yellowish
Uh-huh, sure.
thingy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have like 4 for all of the different ones I can make.
Uh-huh.
They'll be different colors. For
Uh-huh.
example, the normal yellow, a more reddish one, and that I mean they will depend on the mutagens I choose.
Sure.
And you to consume it, I will do the thing you do when you have a real wound healing and you're a dumbass. You know you remove it.
All right. Yeah,
That
okay.
will make a small disc of
Uh-huh.
I don't know the name in English or in French.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's fine.
Yeah, the basically like the of the healing process that happened
Uh-huh.
and just
Scab, right?
yeah and eat it
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
because you make
That's
it from
gross,
yourself.
but that's fine.
Yeah, because it says you make it, but it doesn't require any ingredients, so that makes just more sense if you spawn
Yeah,
it.
that's always my issue with like even the chef feat. Like you can
Yeah,
make these
that's from
snacks, but where do
nothing,
they come
so
from?
at least make it magic.
Yeah, yeah.
Make gourmet
I got
shit out of nothing but air.
Yeah, so at least I mean makes sense because mutagens are you get from potions you drink.
you. Mhm.
So them spawning on your arm is just yeah, your body
All right.
finishes constructing them. Makes more sense than just potion
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
fucking out of nowhere.
All right, actually,
Mhm.
uh, Fridges and Nelly, we're gonna call it here, and I'm gonna ask you guys to disconnect from the call if it's all right with you, because I don't want you to hear any of Theodore's surprise stuff that he might decide on. So at least it's
Okay,
still
okay.
organic when you
So
meet him on Tuesday.
I think I'll leave now.
I will send you some stuff just to make sure I have a few questions for you, and then I'll just send it to you privately, and then we'll see how it works out. All
Okay,
right. Good job
okay.
not dying by yourself, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Fuck!
right.
Why did I choose to run to the monster? I'm such an
Why did you
idiot.
go down the sewers? Is my question.
I mean, it's a valid option, right? Because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
At least she's not seen because she can't lag.
Yeah, at least she's not saying yeah. And with all the guards running around town, yeah, it makes sense.
yeah,
And you also have the Goliath with you, who is uh somewhat loyal to you at least.
he's a shared
Poor guy.
shared
All right, okay. Thank you
MVP,
guys.
right?
See you on
Mm.
Tuesday. Excited for it. Nelly, I'll send you a
Yeah.
message on what happens then.
Thank you. Then I'll see you on Tuesday.
All right, see you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
See ya.